Test, test, test. All right, chat. What's going on here? Let's see. Thank you for following my page and let's get it going. All right, so some of the best study tips for there's gonna be some hacks, okay? So as you're studying and going through your thing, the best tip that I can give you is uh document your every score. Okay. Start from the very top or the first pages. Once you go through, like this can be ASA, this could be any other thing, whatever um, platform you use to study, document that. Like get a spiral, like if you're gonna go through basic electricity and you're gonna study, just what you'll do is, all right, first practice test was a 32 or a 16, whatever it is. All right, write it down. And then you go over it again, and your second score is a 55. Write it down again. All the way until you pass a 90 or above. Then you go to the next one. Now, if you want to get a baseline on all the subjects, go through all the subjects, get a baseline, and then knock it out one by one, just like I mentioned before. Basic electricity, materials, um, what else? I don't know, I forget. Corrosion, all those sections, you just knock it out. And why do I say that? Is because let's say you didn't document this before, and ASA doesn't record those unless you do it on a desktop, but on your phone it doesn't do it. The app on the phone doesn't do it. Doesn't tell you what your score was before. So what you should do is on a piece of paper, document it. Okay. Um, so that way you can study more efficiently and you can see your progress. So not only does it help you study efficiently, it kind of gives you some confidence to ensuring that you can you're progressing, and that's super important. And I that alone has greatly improved people's scores, get done faster, and know for sure that they're ready to go. Okay. And it's a tool for us to tell you like, hey, this is working. All right. So document your your study progress. Okay. Once you're ready to go take a test, and we've seen this that it's helped people study. Um, a huge increase that's helped us. Because some schools, they'll just throw you a book, here, go study. And it's like, oh, my study guy is the best. Go study and you'll pass. And you will. But what I learned from testing our stuff, because I'm always trying to improve, make those little small adjustments to ensure that you pass the first time. So what I noticed is that we used to provide lectures right before orals, before people go study the orals. And what I noticed that instead of waiting to do that, we push it or we would move that to the front of the class in the beginning of the class instead of waiting till you get your orals. And we noticed that our scores and even others would get higher grades, higher rates and passing rates on the writtens when we did that. Then we focused on studying the writtens and then the orals. And we saw that that'd be super successful. So if you go to our school platform or our program that's free, you can, comment below if you want to get the link to it. Comment AMP, and I'll give you the link to it. Okay. So watch the lectures, understand the concepts because the concepts are super important, and then um, take your exams because with those concepts, it's going to help you answer some questions that you might not see on your test. Or when you're studying, it might help you answer some of the tests or those questions because the concepts is what helps you understand a lot of these systems. And with that, hopefully that, oh, not hopefully, it does help increase scores. Like I used to joke all the time that I used to joke that, oh, you know, the army guys up north get 90% pass rate, and you Air Force guys better score better than that because I I would share my information with them, and they would score high because the way they're lectured helped them with their studies. So watch some of our lectures so that way it can help you with passing these exams. Okay. Now let's move into how to prep yourself for this exam. Okay. So with this exam is here, this is just some hacks that I've learned along the way. For math, for example, you get a calculator. So the only stipulation with the calculator is to make sure that your calculator doesn't hold any memory. Okay. And you can talk to the proctor. The proctor is a person who's going to be, just monitoring you while you exam. And you got to ensure that they're okay with it if you want to bring your own. You can take your own if the proctor allows you. If he doesn't or if she doesn't, then you gotta like use their calculator. But all your math questions can be just used by the calculator. It's okay. You can write down stuff and that's okay. So that helps a lot with your math questions. Okay. So don't worry about math. Number two, on tips on why you're testing. Why you're testing, um, these are multiple choice questions. All your tests can be multiple choice questions when it comes to the written exams. So what does that mean? Um, you have three options, A, B, and C. And if there used to be a theory that, oh, government tests when they are being created, they have to equally distribute the questions, the correct answers through each option. So, for example, if there was 90 or to say 100, 33% had to go to A, 33% go to B, 33% go to C. And that was always a theory that that was the case. And one day I made a mistake about I made a mistake that I gave somebody the wrong test. So I told him, he was like, you know what? It's a perfect time to test out this theory. So I told the student, I was like, hey, I'll schedule this exam, but since I already paid for this, let's test it out. And so I told him just answer A all the way through, answer A. And he got a 35. And I did another mistake of this, or it was actually one of my instructors. He made this mistake. I told him answer like whatever question, whatever option you want, A, B, or C. I think he picked C. Just go down C, and he made it 33 or 35 or something like that. So two times my theory. was proven that that is how these exams are made. So what does that mean? Okay, let's say you're taking the exam. Go through the exam, and there's an option on these exams that you can bookmark on questions you don't know. So let's say you're going through your exam and there's a question you don't know. Bookmark it. Keep continuing. Because sometimes your exams or maybe you had some of them mixed up. Some of those sometimes those are answered down the road on the exam, and then you can come back and answer the right one. But let's say you absolutely do not know any of you, maybe there's 10 of them you don't know, right? Let's say there's 10 questions you don't know. You just use option A. There's a 33% to 35% chance that you're going to get some of those correct, and it'll help you pass. Okay? 33 to 35%. That's a great odds compared to zero. So just select one option, either A, B, C, doesn't matter. They're equally distributed. Select one of them. Okay? So another tip three is whatever answer pops in your head right away, maybe you don't know, just go with it. If it tells you to go choose A, because when you were studying and you thought in your back, it's like, it just fires in your head, but you're not 100% sure, just go with it. Why? According to a memory champion, Ron White, he said that the reason that you're that that maybe that one answer is popping up, and even though you're not 100%, is because you already studied it and your brain is trying to bring the subconscious to conscious, but it's not firing yet. So stick to that answer, okay? Next is last is do not change your answers. Let's say that you just happen to, and it's going off this third one, but your brain's firing off, and it's like, oh, maybe it's this one. Do not go back and change it. Stick with that first, subconscious answer that you had. And I've seen so many people change answers and they failed. It didn't change it, okay? So stay with that. And this is just for the writtens, and so many people, this is the hardest part of your exams is the writtens. So stick with it. The math is super easy. Learn the concepts. Uh, Select one option, bookmark it, go back to your bookmarks, and never change your answers. Okay? Stick to those answers. And those are my study tips when you're taking your written exams. And maybe tomorrow I'll talk about the orals, and hopefully that helps through your exams. But that's my study tips when studying the written exams. Hopefully this helps, and I'm pulling chalks now.